Hey everyone, it's Ness. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I have a coloring book that I want to do. It's the Spooky Moments Jade Summer coloring book, and I've been really enjoying this one the most because it's just super cute and adorable. But yeah, let's just dive right in with some colors. I want to do the light source for this, so I'm just going to take yellow and then put it in like various spots to where I think maybe the light from the candles would shine. And then I've got scrap paper here to test the images too. Not the images, but the colors. Okay, so we've got Y1, and we'll just take it and put it anywhere where we think there would be some light shining. Like his little face, maybe some on his shirt as well. His little hoodie part. We can put same for her. Super windy here today. It's kind of nice because it sounds like waves. Here, let's put some on like her little floof on the top of her head, and I guess maybe we can put some over here too. And let's put some on the ghost. And on the railing. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's try and find some colors that we can use for the little bear and this cute little fox. Alright, let's go with YR2 for our little foxy friend over here. I'm assuming this is her tail. Okay. And then her little face. Oh, she's so cute. let's go back on the bear and do some slight shading for him. I always just like to use the same exact color that I used for the initial color for the shading, just that way it makes it a lot easier. Trying to like curb how many colors that you pick out, because sometimes it like just fills my desk when there's too many. I mean, even with doing this, it's a lot, but this makes it a lot easier, and that way I don't have to like try and get the perfect color change to like match. And I think it does a good job. Alright, let's put just a little bit over here. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. Okay. And then I guess we can go back and do her. Well, she feels a little bit cold still, so we'll hold off on her and start like the rest of the page. Actually, we can do the bird. We can do the bird, and I'm just going to use Y1, which is the same color as the light source, to do his little wings. He's so cute, dressing up as a little ghost. Right. Maybe let's find a color for like all of these little tattered curtains. Alright, so I'm going to use this G9 for these curtains right here. Maybe actually just all of them. I feel like in an old decrepit house like this, they would have had like matching curtains throughout the entirety of the house. At least like, I mean, I guess at least in the same room they would, right? And so let's make it this green. We'll do this one next. Cute. Okay, gotta find a color for the rod. I've used one in the past on like a previous page that I really liked for like old houses, like a gold. Alright, so it's this YR1, which is dark yellow, and I feel like it does a good job of giving the portrayal of a gold finish, bronzy finish. Right, I want his little nose to be darker and a brown, so I have BR1 for his little nose. Oh, he looks so cute. And then I think now we can go back and shade her up. So she was YR2 for her. It looks very bright, but then as you can see, like the difference is so huge. She's like a burnt orange on this. Oops, not this side. Compared to what you actually get. Color. That's why I always like to test the colors first. Because they do not look like what the cap shows at all. Alright, so we've got her shaded, and we can go back over the curtain rod. Actually, let's do the curtains first. Get the little divots from the curtains. Okay, now we can go back into the curtain rod. Let's see. I guess I should have put some lighting for that, but it's okay. Yeah, it's good. Alright, so I'm going to do Y9 for the railings. I haven't decided if I want to keep the stairs brown or to maybe make it a carpet color. But for now, we'll go with the railings, and I also need to fill in this little paw over here. I completely forgot about it. But let's start with this. We can do these. It's hard to choose a brown for me because I feel like the brown that I used for the bear is like the perfect brown that you could ever want, but this one's pretty good too. So I think I'll add it to the list of like favorite colors. Sometimes I have to like double guess myself on what I'm coloring and trying to like decipher what pieces are what. Because sometimes they look like one thing, and then after I color it, I'm like, oh gosh, that's totally wrong. That was not what it was supposed to be. I'm gonna skip over this ledge. Let's do this real quick. Okay, and then I'll wait to do that one just because it's a long line. I want it to look perfect. See, like this stuff, like that looks like it's a broken piece of wood, but it's hard to also tell. I know this is definitely a piece of railing, so we can do this one. I was trying to pick a brown that wasn't like as close to him, but not super dark as well. So when you pick too dark, it makes it kind of hard to see like the lines that you have from the outline and then what you're coloring. Like that looks like wall space. This looks like this over here. Okay. I feel like this is a broken piece of wood. because it kind of looks like this. We'll go with it. It's a broken piece of wood. Hopefully it's correct. Okay. This side feels like it's no longer cold. That's like how I tell if it's dry. If you touch it and it feels cold, just wait to do the shading because it will not work as well as you hope. It'll just kind of blend in. So I just touch it and see if it's good to go. If not, then I wait. Okay. A tiny bit creeping out on the underneath side. Right, and then we can do this side now. Do ghosts create shadows? I don't know. We'll go with no, right? Do they? The bear would definitely create a shadow. But we'll say that the ghosts do not. Maybe if you know, you can let me know. And that way, on another one that has ghosts, I can create a shadow or not. Mm. Okay, for now we'll say they don't create shadows. The bird would though. So we can put a shadow under him. Okay. Oh, this side. Geez. Okay. We gotta be quick with this. It's a huge line. It's scary because I'm messing it up. But it's okay. It's okay. I went shaky on it, but it'll be fine. Got rid of our light source a little bit, but can add a little bit more back into it when I use like some white marker for it. Alright, let's use E020 for their little ears. Nice and peachy. Okay. And for hers as well. Alright. Let's fix his little paw, right? Because this is his shirt, his like hoodie. And see, this is when I like get stumped. Is that his tail? And that's his paw? And he's holding this out with one hand. I feel like that's what my brain is creating. So we'll do this as a paw. Hopefully this is right. And then that can be his tail, right? Like sticking out of his pants. We'll hold off on that one. I feel like I need to think about it for a little bit. But let's find a, I feel maybe like a blue would be nice for his jacket. Alright, so I have BG9 for his jacket. And I feel like I want to do the hood a different color. But I thought this looked like a nice jean colored jacket. And then we can make the hood like a darker blue. Cute. Okay. Right, so for the ghosts, I want to use this dim green, which is GY 173. I thought like maybe their eyes can glow, and we can probably have their mouths glow as well. I thought it would be neat to like give them maybe an outline of this as well. I don't know. I feel like whenever I think of ghosts, I always think of called Ghostbusters and having that ectoplasm glow to them. So I'm just gonna put it in like the outline of them. Do this guy down here. Let's do this so you still get the shine of the light, but then you also get the green, their little ectoplasm. Let's also do like underneath their eyes. They're tired. Okay. I don't know, is that like good enough? Maybe we can add in like some shading with green, or not green, gray as well. But yeah. Okay, so I have this one gray 5, which is WG050 for this little guy's costume, because he's trying to be spooky as well. We don't know if it's working or not, because he's very cute. we can do his little wings as well for his shading. Yeah, I don't think he's spooky. He's just adorable. Okay. We might have to go in like with a more neon green for the eyes. So let's do his shading for his jacket real quick. Okay. Okay, I found this blue-gray 2.5. So it's BG205 for his little hood. I thought it was like dark enough to be a subtle difference, but not super close to how his little jean portion looks. Okay. He's so cute. I love him. Right, so we'll wait for that to dry. Maybe we can pick a color for her cute little dress that she has. Alright, so for her little dress, I picked this Ash Rose, which is E380. To see. And I like this one because it's like a blushy pink and it's just very delicate and pretty. Let's make her whole dress. Like she's wearing a dress. She's not just wearing a skirt and a blouse. Look at this. You know what? Let's make it so she's wearing a V-neck. So we can go back into the same color as her fur and color this in. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. Now we just have to find color for her cute little shoes. Forgot to shade in this part of the stairs, so let's just do that really quickly. Oh, we still have to do this one too. Okay. Let's go back with the color of our bear, which is 911. And we can shade in this, like hopefully that's like supposed to be a paw. You know what, let's just make this his tail as well, because that's how I'm seeing it. Like the more that I look at it, it's like his little tail popping out of his pants. And then we can go in with his nose color and just do a tiny bit of shading. I don't even know if this will, like, you can tell a difference, but we gotta do it just in case. Then we can wait for that to dry. We can go over it again. Oh, let's do their little ears, which we used 8020 for their ears. Oh, we need a color for his little beak as well. Alright, for his little beak, we'll use Y4. It's so tiny, but still has to be done. Alright, so we've got his little beak. We've got some shading. Maybe I can put some highlights in. Alright, so I have these Shuttle Art acrylic paint marker. I also use gel pens as well. If you don't have this, gel pens work just fine. But I just like to do like tiny bits of highlights in different areas. And I like the brush tip side of this more than the, what do they have? They've got a fine nib. It's very grating, that one to listen to when you use it. I just don't like it at all. But the nib, or not the, yeah, the brush tip is just very nice and it's very smooth. You just have to be careful because this will smear. It definitely work from top to bottom, which I sometimes have a hard time remembering. Like such an easy thing to remember, and I just let it slip my mind a lot of the time. Let's put a little bit of white on the light. See, like I'm starting to get all over the place now. So I should probably stop. But let's just do a little bit more. And then we can swap back over to doing like some colors. Because I definitely don't want to like smear it because it will smear and then it will like stay. So we'll hold off. Okay, so since his little hood is now dry, we can go back and fix the little shading on it. He's so cute. I love him. I have a special place in my heart for little bears. Because when I was a kid, I had a teddy who was, of course, named Teddy. And my son has a teddy too. So whenever I see bears, his is named Tony though, it makes me happy. It makes me think of all the fond memories. Alright. Let's get this little tail too. We used Y11. This is why I'm like mark everything down because All of these browns look exactly the same. Okay, we've got that, we've got that. We just need to do the windowsill, should we make this carpet? I feel like we should. Maybe like a pretty magenta that makes me think of like old-timey houses. But we can do her dress first, which is this ash rose. Okay. They look pretty cute. Oh, we need her shoes too. And maybe a brighter green for the ghost. Alright, we're using this R8, which is pretty dark, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. I dig it. So we're just gonna go with it and hopefully it works. It feels like old world type of color that you would see in a haunted house. I don't know, maybe I'm getting those vibes from watching like what we do in the shadows and their house. Yeah, I like it. It's very, very dark. And see, this is like part of the reason why I don't like to use dark colors, because then it makes the lining look weird, but it's okay. In the end, it'll all work out and it'll look pretty and it'll be great. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, this is good. Now we just need to pick a wall color and we're almost done. Yay! Alright, let's finish this off. We can do some shading on the stairs a bit. So let's give him some shading on the stairs. I was trying to look up like old houses, like Victorian style houses, to see how they look. Lots of beige walls or like green walls, which I would love to do, but I ended up putting green curtains, so I don't want to like overload with just a bunch of green, even though green is my absolute favorite color. Oops. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we need to do? Oh, the frame of this. So I picked out BR2. It's hard to try and like find different browns. Let's see how this one is. But I guess the good thing is that in a lot of like old Victorian houses, they did have a lot of woodwork. I actually would absolutely love to have a Victorian style house. That would be like my dream home. They just have so much personality. Okay, we can wait for this to dry and then we can fill it in. I also got this green, this GY4, so that way we can add a little bit more dimension to the ghosts. They really have like the ectoplasm glow. We'll leave that one. I don't know, should we put something on here? Because it's like, I guess we should. It looks a little bit off without doing it. Okay. I'm gonna try and find a good color for the candles and her shoes and tail and then the wallpaper, and we can be Denzo. Alright, so for the candles, I picked E090. Pretty basic candle. Okay. Okay, for the walls, I ended up picking this blue-gray MG020. I don't know, I was having a hard time picking and just decided to go with this. Maybe it'll make it look less spooky because it's so bright and happy. We can also do like a pattern with it too by like making stripes if we want to. I don't know. I haven't really decided if that's what I fully want to do. Is it too bright? I don't know. I could go a darker color as well. Like just layer it on top of it, but then I have to do it all in this blue first, so we'll do this and then see how we like it. It's a very pretty sky blue. I think it does have to be a smidge darker. It looks too happy. It's supposed to be scary and spooky. So we can just color this all in and then go over it again with a darker blue because, yeah, it's too happy. Yeah, it's not, the contrast is not working. You definitely have to make it a spookier color. Alright, so I'm going to try and find a different color for that, but for now we can finish the shading on these little candles. Alright, let's try and find a different color, and then also for the window, and then her little tail as well. Okay, so I really like, this is the same color that we used for his hood for the outside windows, so it's the BG205. I think it looks like a really pretty night sky. And then we can do the shading on the windows. Okay, and then, oh yeah, so I found this green gray. It's very dark, so I'm like a little bit nervous. But I feel like it could work. The only thing that I'm worried about is that it might be a little bit too close to his jacket, but there's only just this little spot where it's like touching his jacket, so yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. And if not, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna go full on dark walls for the spooky. I guess it makes more sense too since it's nighttime and they're not using indoor lights, so the wallpaper wouldn't be this bright. It would be dark because it's super dark in the room. For a second, I thought I grabbed the same color as the hood, the hoodie, and the windows, but it's not. I'm trying to get like all of the little spots first. I guess this is a good like lesson that it's better to go lighter than what you think would work, because if it doesn't work out, you can always cover it. But if I were to do a darker color and end up not liking it, I can't go lighter. Oh yeah, it definitely feels spookier, which is way better. cool. I think it looks a lot better. It makes way more sense that it would be a dark, like things are just darker in the room. So I'm happy I swapped it out. I'm going to add a little bit of highlighting to this top curtain and like this section because I haven't done it. Mm. I'll stop for now because I don't want to smear anything, and then we can finish these little bits, and then I think we can call it, add a little bit more highlights and spots that I think may need it. Let's see, like a candle a little bit, and her clothes. Let's see. Let's add some to top steps. Just to add a little bit more definition between like each step, since the darker color kind of washed out the black line that separates them. And I kind of want to put like stars in the window behind them. Should use the other side. Kind of looks like snow. Could be a snowy night. Snowy haunted night. Okay, so for the tail, I just want it to be like slightly tinted, like how we did for the little bird. Since the little tip is supposed to be white, so we'll just kind of shade it in the spots where it needs it. And then for her shoes, I usually like to do a red shoe. I don't know. I just think they're cute. So we'll do a red shoe. It's very bright. But you know what? She's very stylish. Gotta have her red shoes stand out. We'll wait for that to dry a bit. But in the meantime, we can go back over some of these areas and add a little bit of shading in different spots. Oh, I like the way her shoes are popping. I think it looks cute. Mm. Oh, it's so cute. I'm so glad I swapped the wall color. It does look a lot better. Let's just add a little bit more highlights. I wish I colored in the ghosts like fully, but you know what? Let's maybe just add a teensy bit more. I used Ghost GY 173. Add some here, here. Hmm. Give him little eyebrows. Very scared. Let's add some up at the top. He looks a little bit concerned. And then we can go in with this afterwards. I've seen people do like really neat techniques with the ghosts that I really want to try, but I have to like fully learn how to do it. But they basically will continue on any lines that would go underneath the ghosts. like these, and they would draw a line and make it to where this is colored brown, but then they end up taking some acrylic paint and then coloring over it so that way it looks transparent. So maybe on like a future page where they have the little ghosts, I can do that because I think that would be super cute. But I need to like learn how to do it first before I try and do it. And I don't know, I get like nervous that I'm going to ruin a page, because even though I see this as like practicing and stuff like that, I still want it to be a good happy experience where I'm not like upset over a page. Let's just add a little bit more highlights and spots, and then we can call it and it'll be finished. And then we can do another page another day. Yeah, I really like this acrylic pen, but definitely just use it for the brush. The other side is, the sound is so grating. But yeah, I think maybe that is it. What do you guys think of the page? Do you think it's cute? I meant to do something on here though, actually. Let's do that really quickly. I forgot that I needed to put the little center bit of the light. Let's go with this super duper light yellow, which is lemon chiffon Y030, and then fill that in. I meant to do that a long time ago and I completely slipped my mind. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me color, and I hope you colored along with me. That like just makes my day. Hearing when you guys color with me, it's super fun. But if you like these kinds of videos and you would like to see more, subscribe. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I think I'm just going to continue on with this book. So the next page will be this like gelatinous cube, which I'm very excited about. It's very cute. But yeah, until then, have a awesome day, and